Guys, congratulations on your very impressive presentations.
Mhm.
It seems that both of your companies are aiming to improve diagnosis and do it in a disruptive way to the traditional clinic-based treatment protocol. Can you please share your views about the limitation of the clinic-based eye care as we know it today, and how can your technologies improve it? Kester, would you start?
Yeah, happy to. I mean, what we're doing in office-based eye care really is we're taking snapshots of chronic diseases, yeah, that sometimes have an acute conversion to a disease that needs treatment. And in a way, we're not capturing the full patient journey. And by involving the home monitoring, by either structural or functional imaging, we're sort of taking diagnostics, in essence, for example, OCT from snapshots to a movie, which gives us continuous information and really enhances the way physicians can make medical decisions.
Zach?
So in our space, because we screen for retinal images, it's quite amazing to see that currently the high-risk population is not getting screened. So currently, many of those people are just getting blind, and the current solutions don't work very well. It's very hard to get visits to the ophthalmologists in some areas in the US, like in LA. It would take you months to schedule a visit, and even then, you need to spare a day of work. And the current solutions to try and sending images to reading center, they suffer from so many problems. Typically, you need to buy expensive cameras, you need to pay a lot of money for each read of those images. And even then, there is a huge administrative hassle by either chasing for an answer, going back to the patient. In many cases, the images come back with insufficient quality, so you need to call back the patient again. And so we think AI really brings great advantages to this space. It's truly disruptive. It solves both problems by being able to do it in a much more affordable way because the AI can provide the reading. And then also by being able to answer the patient on the spot, you're saving so much administrative hassle as well. So we're definitely seeing a lot of value and disruption in this kind of technology.
Thank you, Zach. Kester, it seems like when you deal with disruptive technology, there is a lot about market education.
Mhm.
Is that an obstacle? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially when you provide the technology in a new care model. Yeah, we're not a software or a box company. We're actually a healthcare provider, and as such, we are partnering with office-based ophthalmologists and optometrists who refer their patients to us. And this is sort of a new relationship. Yeah, we don't have an office in town. Yeah, where you refer your patient. We're virtual, and to build those relationships, it requires a lot of trust that we have to sort of develop, not just in the technology, but in the relationship with us as a provider. And of course, that's also reflected in the account management model when we introduce us to other providers so that they can, they're open to hand us their patient for us in co-management.
Absolutely. Zach, you're not being referred to by doctors, but you're approaching a new segment of doctors that will check these patients. How do you deal with that?
So this technology is really built for those clinics that are outside of ophthalmology to do the screening. So that's really built for primary care physicians, for endocrinologists, for retail pharmacies. And that's really a breakthrough area where FDA really allows the AI to do the autonomous reading. And we see a new CPT code by CMS to actually get reimbursed for this AI-based reading. And we see great response from that target market. We also see now that the ADA, American Diabetes Association, has now included AI as part of the standard of care. So these are really exciting times. And yeah, we see great feedback about that.
Kester, since you have a lot of mileage and there are a lot of early stage companies that are participating in this conference, what would be an advice that you will give for an earlier stage company that is entering this space?
Yeah. I think Zach hit the nail on the head there. Reimbursement is absolutely key for everything we do. So engaging early with physicians, with societies, all stakeholders, to make sure that when you introduce a new technology, it not only addresses a clinical need, but it also fits into sort of the business case of how physicians practice, and the physicians are key stakeholders here. And when you introduce technology, there still has to be a role for the physician. So I always like to think about sort of a physician-led process, that is supported by AI, but it's not intended to replace the physician. And I think when you address that early in the process, you get a lot of buy-in from the community, and that ultimately supports your company.
And Zach, since you're almost in the market, but you're very into the development and clinical trials at the moment, if you would meet a new entrepreneur trying to get with a great innovation to the marketplace, what would be your advice?
Well, I will say two things. First of all, my advice would be to build the solution in Israel, because that's where we have the best AI experts and data scientists. So that's definitely the place for innovation. The second advice would be to really use the fantastic ecosystem that grew up here in this space of ophthalmology. We now have also funds, VCs like BioLight, very much focused solely on this area. So there is a lot of great connections and advice to get from this kind of community. So it's a fantastic community, and entrepreneurs should definitely take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your participation in the conference, and congratulations again for your progress. I think a lot of what you said today surfaced the value of CEOs in our community, talking to each other and learning from each other. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you so much.